You can see that I'm on my team site here. And then on kind of the back end, I have my site collections and management. And what I'm going to do is just simply install the app. So I'm going to go to my apps. And maybe a good part to kind of show before is that my site contents, you can see that I don't have my FormsViewer app. I try and add an app here. It's not there right now. And it's going to appear right in that first one. So we're going to go to our app catalog and apps for SharePoint. We're going to add a new app and browse to the location of the .app file. So you can see here, and this might be helpful for those of you who are going to try this out later on in our download that we'll be giving you. If you navigate FormsViewer 1.0 to the FormsViewer folder and FormsViewer app.app and open. Simply click OK. And our upload has completed. So now when we navigate back to our site, we're going to take a step back. We're going to add an app. And you can see our FormsViewer has appeared right here. We're simply just going to click on it, trust, and you can see that our FormsViewer is loading currently. And this may take a moment for it to install. Not too long, and there it is, ready to use. We can click on that. Then if we had a URL, we could simply enter our URL there and the document path. And you'll notice from past webinars, we talked about things like our repeating sections. We've kind of enhanced our date picture, our picture attachments, the insert and delete functionality on our repeating sections, and a custom title column, which is really a big deal. We also have some new data connections, the ability to SharePoint list filter. Our new formatting is the form close event, and rules, form load, and username, which are very valuable when you're kind of wanting some things to happen automatically on your form open. And then our platform, we have O365 as an app and SharePoint app, and SharePoint Foundation, which is kind of a special case available on request. You can email us for kind of some more information if you're interested in that one. And now we're going to go back to our FormsViewer app and go through kind of the demo with that. So I'm first going to show our leave request in the designer, just to show that it really is a fully designed InfoPath form. We have different sections that we're hiding and showing, some different formatting. You can see different entry spaces or date pickers. And at the bottom, we have this repeating section that pulls in data from a secondary data source. You can see here we have our Qdabra team info and our leave request showing existing requests right here. So you can see those nodes right in our secondary data source there. And what I'm going to do now is on our leave request page, I'm going to open a new leave request. And you can see that this is going to open right in the FormsViewer. And it might just take one moment. There we are, our FormsViewer opening our leave request form. So you can see that I'm currently logged in as zippity-doo-dah, and I've used my email address simply because we're going to show also how our form functions with the FormsViewer, but is still compatible with SharePoint workflows, with all of that logic that you know and love, working with InfoPath and SharePoint together. So I'm actually going to go ahead and close this, navigate back to our site, actually back to our form. So here I have some formatting, and if I look at my rules, I'm just going to make a quick change here. So if it's rejected, it's not going to show. Submitted shows in kind of a yellow, and approved shows in green. So I'm just going to change the approved to a little bit darker green there. Or maybe I should change it to bright green. So now we've changed that. Let's go ahead and republish. And we'll see when we open this next request, the kind of immediate update even in FormsViewer. So this is another key functionality of the FormsViewer app. Should just take one moment for it to publish. We all know those publishing steps can take, several moments. And it should go fairly quickly. There we are. And publishing out.
This is just
so
a
we will see that immediate.
We're just proving to people that this is a live demo.
Exactly. We always have to prove that it is a live demo, right? Okay. Oh, and I'm going to go to my Leave Request page. And here you can see that we've created a link for the form to open in the FormsViewer. So we're kind of eliminating the step for people to have to navigate to the viewer and input the URL manually, which is a great feature. There we are. So this is our new leave request, and you can see that bright green on the approve. So we know that they are ready to go on their days off. So now I'm actually going to submit a new. So again, that hide show functionality that we know and love. We're going to pick a date. Oh, and actually, I'm going to switch windows here. I am going to log in Explorer. As Zippity. There we go. And looks like Zippity forgot his password. But not a problem. We've got it right here. Okay, so we're going to submit a new leave request. There we are. So he currently has used 20 hours and has 40 hours to go. So he wants to take Friday off for a long weekend. And we're just going to say long weekend. And you can see that hide show functionality as the user kind of fills in appropriate information. So we're going to submit this request. We can see we get that prompt file submitted, and it's been closed. So if we go back to our site, to our leave request page, we can see that that leave request has been submitted a few seconds ago. So now what I'm going to do is log in as Zippity's manager, which is myself. And just go through this quick approval process. Look at Zippity's leave request. And you can see that I clicked right on the column and it's opening in the FormsViewer. So in a minute, I'm going to show you just how we do that. And the approval section shows because I am the manager of Zippity, and I'm going to say have fun and click approve. And you'll see it takes just a moment. File submitted, and the form's been closed. Now if we go back to the site, there's some things that I want to show you. So first off, this column here, we have a data view web part on our page. So if we look at the web part, here, web part, and we're going to edit properties. We've switched, normally this first title is called name, and that link is going to open using InfoPath Form Services. But what we've done, and this will be included in your webinar package, is create a custom column. And what we're doing is using a JavaScript link, this specific link here, along with our title column being promoted to that first column in order to link to the Forms Viewer. You can see title there. And we are hiding the name column, and now we're sorting by title. So that's how we're creating that link. Then if we go back, you can see that our hours used and our remaining balances have also been updated, not only in this leave request, but if we go to our list where we have our team info, we can see that Zippity's hours have also been updated here. We started with 20 and 40, and now we have 28 and 32. And some of you might have just seen that message that popped in my inbox. We also have an email workflow to email the user when their leave request has been approved. So you can see we're using a lot of great functionality that we know and love in SharePoint along with our Forms Viewer.